Good kill, good kill. Hey, good kill.
Keeps is a subscription service that helps men keep their hair. They are clinically proven treatments to combat the symptoms of hair loss. Treatments are delivered straight to the customer's door without ever having to visit a doctor's office or go to a pharmacy. And the best part is that the treatment plans are actually affordable, typically half the cost of pharmacy prices. All treatment plans are personalized and doctor recommended. Most Keeps customers notice results within 6 months of starting treatment. 2 out of 3 guys will experience hair loss by the time they're 35. That's why, in addition to clinically proven treatments, Keeps has an award-winning all-natural thickening shampoo and conditioner system. Keeps has a network of expert medical advisors, prescribers, and care specialists to support you in making your hair goals a reality. Whether you're looking to prevent hair loss, stimulate hair growth, or just take better care of your hair, Keeps has you covered. Hair loss stops with Keeps. To get 50% off your first order, go to keeps.com/sidewinder or click the link in the video description. That's Keeps, KEEPS.com/sidewinder. Alright guys, here we are in what I believe to be one of the more even fights of DCS, the F-14 versus the F-15 Eagle. Now I have added a little bit of a challenge for the F-14. I've made it an F-14A, which, as you know, makes the F-14 a little bit underpowered and more prone to compressor stalls. So fighting the F-15 using the F-14A should be much more of a challenge. I've done it with the B before, and it was pretty even in my opinion. It came down to, pilot skill. Into the merge here, and we're taking them 2-circle. So we're doing a low to high merge. We got Fox 2s here. We're allowed to use them as we see fit. Got the F-15 there. He's got a Fox 2 off and I got a compressor stall. That actually might have helped with the Fox 2. Dodging those bullets there. I did think he was trying to bring that nose around, and I was right. Narrowly dodged those rounds there. And now this is the situation where if I make a mistake in the F-14, it's over. The F-15 is just way too good in these situations. We got 2 missiles. Was that 2 missiles I saw? They just went by there. And he is getting into a good position here. There's another Fox 2, and that one comes real close. I'm not quite sure how close that was, but I would bet money that it was very close. I could see it coming so close, you could almost feel it. Alright, we're taking this fight into the vertical here, just to switch it up a little bit, because I feel like the F-15 was a little bit slow there. He pulled his nose on to get those missiles off. So I'm taking him into the vertical, and then I'm going to take him to the rate fight from there. I got to be real careful with my energy management, because the F-14A just doesn't have, the engine power to be forgiving to me if I waste my energy. And when I say waste my energy, what I mean is constantly pulling your bandit into the HUD and not killing him. Okay, if you're gonna pull him into the HUD, he better die. Because if he doesn't, you end up where this F-15 is. He's pulled me into the HUD 3 or 4 times now to shoot 3 or 4 missiles at me and take gunshots at me, and that's the only reason why I'm still alive, is that I keep dodging those and he keeps cashing in energy and, misspending his energy, essentially. And that's why here he's being outrated now by an F-14. And we're slowly working our way up. You don't want to be greedy. You don't want to pull your bandit in too early. And he freaked out. He's going vertical. It's not a bad idea. If I had a little bit more separation, I could have hit him with the Fox 2 there, but it's good. We'll solve this problem also. Remember to just keep him in the assessment window, 1 HUD's length above the canopy bow. And right here, this looks good, Fox 2. And that missile narrowly missed. And he's ditching to the raid fight. This is going to be a good opportunity to pull him into the HUD. And take a Fox 2 shot at him here before he gets into the sun. Fox 2. Yep. That hit him. Yes, it did. Alright. Good. He's not dead yet, but he's out of the fight. We'll go ahead and finish him off right here. Fox 2. Splash 1 F-15. So you can see, even with missiles involved, it's a matter of who spends the energy better. You know, you're both entering the fight with a certain amount of energy, and then, you know, you're choosing to cash it in here, cash it in there, and whoever makes better decisions is going to win the fight. And you want to watch your bandit and see if he's making mistakes that you can capitalize on. And into the merge there, we'll take him for the 1 circle. And I like to go for the 1 circle because I think it kind of limits the separation between the two of us. There's a Fox 2 there that'll miss just because we're getting a little too close now. In a Fox 2 fight, I feel like the a 2 circle fight with the Fox 2s, I feel like the F-15 would be able to just, you know, do a min radius pull, get his nose on, and Fox 2U, and I think he would be better at it than the F-14. So that's why I'm always opting for the 1 circle to just stay a little bit closer to him. It helps me to jam that Wes. I think it increases my survivability. Now, as you can see, we are in a downward spiral, a toilet bowl, call it what you will. And my objective here is to just survive long enough to pull that F-15 to the ground, take away his altitude, and kill him. And you did see him with pretty large degrees of nose down there. He's really got his nose dumped, and that's because he's trying to get his energy back that he cashed in earlier. You see that Fox 2 just went by there, and that's what you see is when guys are wasting energy, they'll often have their nose dumped pretty hard. He's trying to get his nose on here. Gonna pull hard. And yeah, I just tried to tighten down on that and we got hit by 1 round. So he cashed it in a little too early there. If he had waited a couple more seconds, he probably would have had nose on through my entire tighten down. So unlucky for him. And so we're just going to get out of plane here to make sure he doesn't shoot twice. A couple of rounds there. I didn't hear anything hit us, so I think we're good. That does sound like a hydraulics problem. I still have full responsiveness in the aircraft. He's very slow. Look at him almost hitting the ground there. He's just cashed in everything he's got, and this is the perfect opportunity. Come on, while he's slow. Yeah, Fox 2. Please hit him. Yes. Oh. Yeah, that's unfortunate, man. He almost had me. Splash 1 F-15 there. Just cashed in too much energy. Alright, one more round for all of you who like the longer videos, those of you who stick around for this long into the fight. Go ahead and comment below so I know who you are. And, well, I mean, I can see already that you guys watch these longer videos, so it is worth it for me to put the extra effort in and give you guys something a little bit longer to watch. Into the one circle with the F-15 here, and he dumps a bunch of flares, goes by, and looks like we are in the two circle once again. And we'll see if he is a little bit more conservative with his energy management. There's a Fox 2 that will go by. And these Fox 2s are 9Ms, by the way, which is one lower than the 9X in DCS. So they just don't have high off-board sight capability. Look at this. And then I just got to dump the nose and pull hard. Stay out of his nose. There he is. There's that missile. You see the full frontal profile. You got to be careful of that. But it does tell me that he's got me pulled into the HUD, which is once again very good for me. The fight between these two is fairly even, so as soon as I can see him making a mistake, I know that I'm probably going to be alright. Look at that. You see that massive nose dump there? That's because he cashed in a lot of his energy, and he needed to exchange a bunch of his gravitational potential for kinetic, because he knows that we're getting down to the rate fight here, and he needs that energy. And you can see it was not a horrible decision for him. He is outrating me currently. I'm seeing some losing queues. Yes, losing queues are accelerating. Okay, we're neutralizing a little bit here. Starting to neutralize. Look at him, he's gotten a little bit too slow. You can see when his nose starts to come up a little bit, that's how you know he's pulling too hard, he's getting too slow. Look right here. He's way too slow. He messed up his rate fight, and by the time he recovers, he'll be dead. At least that's the plan. You can see I'm also kind of slow, but I'm trying to make him feel like he's really losing, because I want him to make a mistake in this rate fight. I want him to peel out of it, go for the vertical, reverse the turn, you know. But I am slowly pulling him into the HUD. Here we go. Possible gun kill. Oh my god, how did I miss? Dude, those bullets went by centimeters. I should have ripped both of his engines in half there. Alright, nice and patient here. Wait for him to fall out of the sky, which he's doing there. Got to get the F-14 to cooperate with me now. And we're just going to fall right behind him. He did a decently nice job there of neutralizing. I mean, he almost got killed by the gunshot, so there was a little bit of luck involved as well. And we got to be careful with these power lines. We're once again back into that rate fight. You can see how this is really a chess game, you know? And he's going to try a second time his hand at a rate fight. Look at him trying to cash that in. I'm pulling hard to make sure he doesn't point the nose. He tried, but he didn't shoot because he couldn't get the pipper on. But it was, you could tell it was close. But having cashed that in and not killed me, I know he's slow again. And therefore, I'm going to pull him into the HUD right here. One slow F-15. Fox 2. And Fox 2 again. And splash. Splash 1 F-15. Whew. Just got to wait for him to make a mistake and then capitalize on it. Okay guys, quick little TAC view review for anybody who is new to the channel and maybe doesn't know the basics. We're going to talk about one circle, two circle here. This is the one circle turn, and this is the one circle turn can be described as a nose to nose turn or fight. So it's when both of us, turn like this and our noses are going at each other. So we'll call it nose to nose fight. A two circle would have been if he turned this way like he did and I turned this way, and as you can see, that would have been his tail, my nose, right? Let me get rid of this here. So if he turned this way and I turned, if I'd come like this and he continued and I continued, you can see his tail to my nose. This is a two circle. So one circle is nose to nose, two circle is nose to tail. Okay, this is the best way to remember it. A one circle fight is a radius fight. And the two circle is a rate fight. That is rate with a T. Yes. Okay, so two circle rate fight, one circle radius fight. The one thing with the one circle fight is, I generally like to do this to jam the WEZ. WEZ is a weapon employment zone. It's the cone in which a weapon is effective, right? So if I have a Fox 2 here, hypothetically speaking, let's say this is the area in front of me where the Fox 2 can hit. This is the Fox 2 WEZ, okay, in front of me. The 9M does not have a WEZ out here, for example. The 9X does. The 9X can turn like that. The 9X WEZ is like this, right? You see, it's the envelope in which the missile can be effective. So you can see we are in a one circle turn, and we're going to get pretty tight to each other here. You see pre-flaring. Again, when you anticipate that you have entered a Fox 2 WEZ, as you can see, I'm watching my bandit here, and I can see that in front of me, I believe myself to be inside of his Fox 2 WEZ. So if he was to fire a Fox 2, it'll hit me. I'm not waiting for the missile to drop flares. I drop flares prior to the missile coming off. This will make it even harder for the seeker to hit me. As you can see, missile comes off there. It's too close, so the WEZ is jammed, the weapon employment zone. The missile didn't have enough time to do anything. It was min-ranged, right? And that allowed me to survive that missile shot. And right from here, I just take him straight to the two circle fight. He fires a bunch more missiles as we go. And right around here, the one thing I'm looking for every time is when he pulls pure. So actually, there's a better example a little bit further ahead. I'll show you. So I'm basically trying to get this F-15 into the raid fight. I get him down to the ground where he can't dump his nose anymore. He does manage here to point his nose at me. And right here, this is what I'm looking for. Okay, so he fires his last missile right here, and I get lucky that it hits the ground. Otherwise, the probability of that missile hitting me is actually pretty high. But luckily, I was also pre-flaring. And I also come out of burner. Okay, these are all things to do when you think you're about to get shot by a Fox 2. And what I'm looking for here is the front profile of his aircraft, right? I can see the front of his nose and just, wings a little bit. This is a full frontal profile. This is called pure pursuit. Okay, as long as I can see pure, I know, and here's the thing, pure, nobody just flies pure. Pure leads to lead, okay, and they lead to shoot you. Okay, so this is one of the things. So as long as I can see, we'll keep going forward here. So as I can see underbelly of his aircraft, I can see the pure transition to lead by seeing underbelly of his aircraft, which tells me that he is now pulling his nose in front to pull the lead to shoot me. And so I need to get out of plane. This is not the best out of plane maneuver. I just pulled the nose up a little bit to try to climb over. But the F-15 has extremely annoying nose authority, and therefore he pointed it at me and almost killed me there. Missed me by a couple inches. And we're once again into the two circle turn with him. Well, we're always been there, I guess. And notice that this F-15 is not trying to He's not trying to rate fight me here. He keeps trying to just pull me into his HUD and kill me. Again, what I see here is full frontal profile. Look right here. If you can see top of his aircraft, that tells you he's flying lag or holding you in an assessment window. But that's not what he's doing, right? He's going straight from lag to pure and to lead in a second. Remember, pure always means the lead is coming. So I pull out a plane and I try to go for the vertical again, hoping that he can't point the nose, but those rounds still come through, and attack view is not registering a hit here. So maybe he didn't hit me there, but he did shoot at me and I didn't get hit based on pure luck. But again, the concept of getting out of plane and trying to jink when you see pure pursuit, you don't want to jink when you see lead. When you see lead, it's already too late, right? So try to do it in the pure. As soon as you see transition from lag to pure, you should start thinking about how you're going to jink, how you're going to get out of plane, because you know you're about to catch some rounds. So right here we go into the vertical and I look down and I see him stalling out, essentially unable to point his nose. So I'm like, okay, great, he's slow, he's cashed in energy after energy, and every time he pulls me into the HUD or he pulls pure and he doesn't kill me, that is a mistake. Okay, that's energy he's wasting instead of flying lag, pulling me into the HUD and killing me. So here I see him, he's slow, and I'm like, all right, let's just take him to the raid fight while he's slow and kill him. He's trying here to recover from his situation. It's taking him way too long. I'm coming around and I pull him into the HUD. This is the first time in the fight that I have pulled this F-15 into the HUD. And here is Fox 2. Splash 1 F-15. Now granted, this is the first time I pulled him into the HUD because I've been defensive for most of the fight. But the point remains, pull the bandit into the HUD if you intend to kill him. And obviously do it in a situation where the probability of killing him is high, right? This F-15 continually pulls me into the HUD 5, 6, 7 times and doesn't ever kill me. Every time you do that, you're wasting energy. And all I have to do is capitalize on it, right? So you see here, and I pull from the raid fight. Here, look at this. We go from 17 degrees to, I start pulling 26.1. Not sustained. This is not sustained turn. I'm pulling to min radius here. I'm just trying to get my nose on, pull a bit of lead for that missile. Fox 2, splash 1 F-15. Okay. So that's F-14A too, by the way. F-14B would have had a lot easier time. Okay, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you found the TAC view useful in some way. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye, guys.